India,
Oh, okay, cool shit.
India, New Delhi.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
yeah, like
Where are you from? I couldn't like
Singapore,
properly hear you. Singapore. All right.
right? Singapore, like
Great. Great.
yeah, you can hear me. I think there's like some kind of like lag
Yeah,
that
I
is
can.
going
I
on.
can. That's not an issue. That's not an issue. No, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, cool. So like I do this whole like podcast thing as to just to like get good with like conversation, and like usually the podcast style I think it's like more of like conversation regards to like our
Mm-hmm.
lifestyle, our mindset, and I think of it as like being like a mindset kind
Yes.
of a thing. And yeah, like this is whole the like this whole thing that is about. And this whole podcasting is sort of like called my side hustle. Just during my free time I do this thing, and just pop by and just have fun. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like what about like for your side, like what is the things that you actually do, man?
All right. So I am a visual communication designer by profession, but it's not something that I enjoy doing. So recently I left my job
Right.
so that I can pursue my dream, that is music. And it's been a long time, like not much, but it's been like 8 months since then. And I've been making music for over 10 years now. But since the day I left my job, I am kind of facing issues here and there, because when I left my job, I had a plan that I'll be setting up my studio, but I did not have a plan that what to do after I set up my studio.
Hmm. So it's pretty much like a you do the thing, and then you afterwards like you don't know what's the ahead of you,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
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 that's where I messed up quite bad.
yeah. But are you like looking towards like any like ways for you to like gain back like the momentum that you like doing? As you got to like find some way to like juggle like the stuff that you like, especially all those expenses kind of stuff.
Mhm. So what I'm planning to do as of now, that because I am not able to financially sustain myself, so I was thinking that I'll get a job again. And this time when I will leave my job, I'll make sure that I have a proper planning, and I'll not stop hustling this time, because every time what I used to do, I used to just I was a laid back person, I would say, and not very enthusiastic towards the kind of work I do. So I was like, all right, the next time when I am thinking or I'm preparing to leave a job, I will make sure that I have a proper plan. And so what I'm doing currently, I make music for rappers. And
Oh,
it was
okay.
also a very hard time for me to find out. Yeah, it was also a very hard time for me to find out rappers. So I decided that why not I write my own songs.
Right. Oh, so you like sort of like thinking of like a new way for you to like make the music and go inside the music industry, yeah?
Hi.
Hi, I think it hang right.
Yeah, something messed up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's
no
okay.
issues.
Like you were like saying like you are like trying like different techniques, different methods for you to get inside the music industry. Yeah.
Hmm. Can you repeat that question because it was a little jittery because your voice was quite crackling.
Oh,
So
like you were like saying that you
yeah,
are trying like different strategy to like actually get into the music industry. Yeah, something like this.
yeah. All right. So what I'm doing right now? There's this website I created. It's not live yet, but you can check that out. It's called lofied.com, LOWFIED.com, and it's about helping individual artists like music producers or someone who wants to learn how to produce music. So I was thinking I will make a sort of blog sections where I'll be teaching them about how can they make music, about in-depth terminologies about music like mix and master, what is sidechaining, and stuff like that goes into music production. So that was one of my ideas. Second idea was to sell pre-made beats as well as the sample packs that can be helped to make music itself.
I see where it's going. Like you're just like trying like different ways to actually do it. Like you how you like package it to get it out
Yeah,
there. Yeah, I get you. I get you.
yeah.
And then like the thing that you say that in order for you to like get financially settled is to actually go back to get a job or what's not, because I myself also like have a job like right now, because in Singapore it's compulsory to do army, so I'm in the army right now, but
Hmm.
there's like 3 to 4 months left. And yeah, like I think that once
That
I
is
come,
insane.
yeah, and once after I come out from there, I think it's like me getting the main job of like a customer service job, because I don't plan to do the college kind of stuff. Because yeah, I don't really have like a niche that I really want to go into like that or want to step into yet. So I think that tasting things,
All right.
it's what I really want to do. Like I use those customer service time, those bullshit job hours to really try to like find ways for me to crack something out from there. And like doing this whole podcast thing, it's one of them actually, like during the weekends. But your side, like how do you plan to like get you're trying to like get a job, right? Like what kind of like job are you looking towards?
I have a degree in visual communication design,
Right.
and I am pretty much really good at graphics.
Oh,
And
those like image,
previously, yeah. So previously, I was working in a company called Happily Unmarried, and that kind of was quite stressful because I used to work a lot there, and that's that drove a motivation inside me that I can't do this anymore because I have to do something for myself which makes me happy. And but again, that's where I messed up quite bad. Now again, I will be looking for graphic related jobs only because that's where I'm most confident about.
right? You've been doing that for how long though? Like the previous job that you were in, like how long was it
So,
that you were like
so
doing?
it was around 1 year.
Okay,
And yeah, before that I was in college. So right when I completed my college, I क्या कहते हैं, I joined this company. So yeah, there's that. So I want to ask you one thing.
yeah, sure.
uh
Pop it.
you are in the military, right?
Yes, correct.
So can you tell me more about that? Because I just want to, I'm really curious to find out what happens in like militaries all around the world, because in India, uh my recently I broke up with my girlfriend.
Right.
I'm sorry, I'm including this in this
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
podcast right
I think it's fine.
now. And she is in the navy right now.
Right.
and it's like quite hectic for her to, not really hectic, it was her dream job to get into the military,
Right.
and that's what she's doing right now. But as far as I've heard from her, it's really stressful in the military, and I want to know what's your experience about that.
Oh, because I actually injured myself like during the training, so I was like posted afterwards into this like office kind of job. So that's pretty much nothing. Yeah. So yeah, I'm back into those
All
like
right.
normal jobs. So I can't really like give you like much of like experience and what's so not. But I really hope that I can help you, but unfortunately not. So
All
you
right.
broke up and then
So,
you are planning to find another one, or like are you where are you heading to?
all right. So it's a little difficult one to answer because last I met her was in December 2019,
Right.
and ever since then we never met. But her training is going to get over in May 31st, the upcoming May. And since the coronavirus pandemic, it makes us impossible that we will ever meet ever again. Because after that, she will have to go for another 1 year of training. And I don't know when we'll meet. But honestly, when we broke up, it was quite upsetting. And I think I still do think that I have a small, I would not say small, I would say I have a place for her in my heart. And
That's cool. That's
currently, I was looking for someone, but I don't really think that I would be able to, quickly move on, because I am
I
more
got
of
you.
a long-term person than a short-term person.
I
Yeah.
got you. I got you. So I mean like it's like a relationship kind of a thing, and it's just things just like let it got to sometimes got to let it naturally flow, yeah, like and see how it goes, like
It's
let it play out.
Yeah. So it's not really relationship. We broke up like completely, and we're not in touch. But yeah, that's how life is, and life moves on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So I mean like it's cool that we have this like icebreaker kind of a thing that goes on. So like I just want to like jump into the podcast whole thing. Like I just gonna like tell you like how is it gonna be like, and see whether you're
Hmm.
cool with it. So this podcast, I think I like to jump into the conversation of like talking about your lifestyle, your Monday to your Fridays, like recently, it's cool that
Hmm.
you talk to me about like how things were led up to the today like your college, and then you got into the job, get into this
Yeah.
studio thing that you wanted to do, and now you back onto like getting the job. Yeah. I think that the main things that I really want to focus on is like lifestyle within now, like your Monday to the Fridays, and including your weekends as
Hmm.
well, like what you kind of like
Yeah.
do, that kind of stuff. And I will keep on like interrupt you, and I hope you don't mind that, because that's the kind of style that I like to converse with you
Hmm.
with. And yeah, I think the time frame, I think we're looking towards like 30 minutes. Is that okay for you?
Uh, Pardon, I couldn't understand the last few
uh
sentences.
30 minutes, the time frame, is that okay for you, like 30 minutes?
Yeah, that's absolutely perfect. No issues at all.
Okay, cool. So like I have like this timer on, and yeah, and we can just pop by and just start from here. It's just like a normal kind of like conversation, like how we actually talk just now. And hope you're cool
All
with
right.
that.
Yeah, absolutely, no issues.
All right, man. Like so yeah, like how is it like life right now? Like your, can you talk to us like your Monday to your Fridays? Like, what are the things that you actually do? Like, Monday morning you wake up and yeah,
Mhm.
stuff like this. Like, what's up? Yeah, what's up if you're like,
S- So previously, like until, I would say the quarantine season, the
yeah.
lockdown season itself, I was quite, energetic, and I used to wake up early. And
Oh, you mean before the COVID-19 thing?
yeah, yeah,
Right.
before the COVID-19 exploded. So I used to wake up early, not quite early, but I would say I am a morning person and I like to sleep early because that's where my mindset is going right now. Because I feel if I'm not dedicated towards something that I want to do, I won't be able to achieve whatever I desire. Because there's this beautiful quote.
Fair enough.
I don't know the name. I don't know the name of the artist, but it says, "Whatever you desire makes you believe that you need it."
Fair enough. So like you having like
So,
a goal, you got to go for it. Yeah.
pardon?
Like you have like a goal in mind, you got to really try to do things to get yourself there.
Yeah, yeah. So until last month, I was waking up early. I was, working every single day. And my friends were also quite sad about that because on the weekends, they used to come over and they used to be like, come on, let's go out and we can, have a good time. We can party together or something like that. But I used to be, I used to deny them that I'm so sorry, I have some work to do and I cannot leave my house right now. So it'll be all right if we can, decide a time like 3 weeks after, so that I can, prioritize my time, that this is what I'm going to do these 3 weekends and this is what I'm going to do on the fourth weekend, so that I actually deserve that. After working a lot, you actually deserve a single day for yourself, I think.
I see where you're going. Like it's like basically a lot of planning. Yeah, like plan your steps ahead before you like get into something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. But right
am
now,
i am i audible?
sorry.
Am I audible?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right.
Yeah, like I understand about like the before the COVID-19 shit. But right now, how is it like for you, man? Like uh, like these few days recently.
It's quite difficult because I'm not sleeping.
Right.
And it's
Is it
because
like
all
your
of my friends,
yeah? Because
yeah, it's because all of my friends
yeah.
sorry, you can continue,
Yeah, because
I'll
like
talk later.
I mean like a lot of my friends are like recently they all get into like mobile games, that kind of stuff, and that they like to watch like Netflix, that kind of
Yeah.
stuff that's going on. Yeah, is it something like that that is going on for you, and that you're just taking your time to chill? Like I mean like it sounds to me that there's a lot of like negative association to like what you're doing, but I
Hmm.
think that is like people are just being way too hard onto ourselves, and that's including me. I think I'm like one of the person who am very like hard on myself. Like I'm the worst enemy ever, you know. Like I have this like mind that is always talking
Hmm.
negatively to me, and I can feel it from your side too. Like there's like a lot of dread about it. But you know, let's talk about
Hmm.
it. Let's play here. Like, so what's going on, man? Yeah.
So recently, all of my friends were online, and we were not really connecting with each other because of our busy schedule. And since everyone is free now, it's like really easy to get connected with everyone else. Also, there's this app called House Party, which basically involves creating a group and you play scribbles or you play different kind of games with them. And that was quite interesting. And I happened to talk to people whom I did not had a word from the past 2 years. And it was like, getting to meet a new person, because I believe personally that people change over years because of their past experiences. And that's what happened. And due to that, I started playing games, and I recently got into like PUBG. And
Yeah,
that's
PUBG
where
is fun.
most
PUBG
of
is a fun game. Yeah.
yeah, that's where most of my time is getting, you know that's eating a lot of my time, like approximately 4 hours, and I am genuinely not liking that. But I slept early last night and I woke up early today, so I feel good about that as well.
Yeah, happy for you, man. Like I mean, like it's always like baby steps before you actually reach somewhere. And I feel like, like spending the time like reconnecting the relationship, like people you have not talked to us, it's a nice feeling to have. Like people does change like after years because of like what you say experiences, and I feel that too. And as well as that, I also feel that people will stay remain the same. A lot of them will have like the pretty much the same kind of like personality. And or like what I'm thinking right now is like I think about humans, to be honest, that why certain people, like like I see around, like there's this old people who actually have like a very poor mentality or mindset. I don't know, like is it because of like the health towards it, like anything that's fucking up their brain or what's or not. But if like
Mhm.
we're excluding that, that people may get themselves, okay, here's the punchline that I want to drive is that people get trapped and towards like mindset that they are stuck
Yeah,
into, you know,
yeah,
say like having this like negative like mindset, you know, it goes on and on for years and years. And I seeing a pattern, like the person who is behaving negatively 5 years back, they are behaving the same way right now. And uh
I
yeah, I think there's like something to it. And that um I think it just like requires a lot of like thoughtfulness for like ways or methods to actually break through this pattern kind of a thing. And I'm just curious about like how to actually get through
mhm,
that. And yeah, like you're talking about people change. Yeah, some of them as well. The best part about humans, if the person is able to like change for the better, to become a better version of yourself.
mhm.
And I'm all into that.
Yeah,
I'm all into
definitely.
that. Yeah. So like
So
anything like from your side,
recently,
yeah. Yeah, go on.
so there was this quote I read today in the morning, and it was a beautiful quote. It said that you have to break down in order to break through. And that quite hit me bad. I was like, this is really insane, because
Yeah.
I totally believe that, because I have been through stages where I am technically, you can say, currently bankrupt. And regardless of that situation, yeah, I'm not kidding, bro. So regardless of that situation, I am really, in a good mind space, because I know that I am
I feel
capable
you.
of
I feel your energy,
and
man. And that's good. Yeah,
yeah.
go on.
And so regardless of the situation, I am like quite, strong to deal with it. And I'm like, I have the capability. And it was my fault that I messed up, and I am the one who's responsible for that. So the next time I get back up, I know that I'll be stronger than before. So that quote, that you have to break down in order to break through, was quite, interesting, because I could resonate with that.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel
What
you,
are your
bro.
thoughts
I
about
feel
that?
you. Yeah, I feel you, man. Like, I mean, like, what you're talking right over there is like you got to like make the mistake. Like, don't be afraid to make the mistake. Like, I just feel like you just got to play it out. Like play it out. And yeah, we we may fall into like micro losses. And like I feel like this micro L's are like, I always term like micro L's as micro losses, if you know what I mean. Like just very
Mm-hmm.
small little losses, like, oh, I lost, like I set up this studio and it fucked up, it did not work the way I wanted it to be, that kind of stuff. I love that. I love like micro L's. And but I feel like my action, it's like um I'm trying my best, to be honest, to
Mm-hmm.
do as much things as much as possible. I'm doing this whole podcast thing, and it's like not getting much views or whatsoever. But I don't give a fuck. But I honestly speaking, I feel like it's a very micro win move for myself, to be honest. I feel that like
All right.
me doing this
Mm.
whole podcast, I get to like converse with like different people from different cultures. I get to use a lot of English. And that, like, my language is like pretty, I'll say like pretty bad. And then like as I
No,
like I
no,
do
you're quite good at it, bro.
as I do more podcasts of this type of thing, it's starting to improve, and that I feel like, hey, this is like there's so many things into it, like you just got to do it and then find out. And back
Yeah.
to the question that you wanted to ask me, like what do I feel about it, like you going to this down zone, like I love that a lot, like I feel that a lot of people, they always like need to feel this like this incident that fucked them up, and then that's when they fucking learn, like it's just
Yeah.
I'm on to that, and I love that so much, and I feel that people are being so dodgy about it. They try to push that away, and that they don't want to, like, oh, loss, like we don't want that, man. We want wins, but nah, bro, like I feel that there's a lot of like mental work to do with, like you got to like be okay with the losses, because those are the things that actually like helps you learn and helps you to push you forward. And as much as I like say a lot of this thing, I'm actually struggle with that quite a lot, and I always like want to like have myself back into this conscious mind of like thinking that it's okay to lose, and it's okay for that, and we are learning, and each day we move on from there. And I just love that, to be honest.
Yeah, that's quite perfect, because I also believe the same, man. That's also one of the reason I am here today. And oh, recently I started meditating as well, so that is also quite helpful to me as well.
Okay, do you use like a sort of like an app to actually like do it? Because I tried that too. I use I'm using an iPhone, so there's this app called the Headspace or something. Yeah, I tried
All
that.
right, all right.
Yeah, it's pretty
No, I'm not using any app, but
okay.
I start this YouTube video about theta waves,
Theta waves.
and I just play that. Yeah, theta waves, and all I do is just play that video, turn off the lights, and sit down here and chant Om. That's it.
I see. Like how long is like the duration of like your meditation? Like what's the purpose of it though? Like you watch a YouTube and you were like scrolling through YouTube and that you found it?
So when I would say in November 2019, I was suffering through major anxiety attacks,
Right.
and it's because of my it's because of my bankruptcy. So I was not quite happy with that, and I was going through a lot of depression, a lot of suffering at that time. And one of my I would say one of my friend helped me a lot. Even my girlfriend helped me. She also meditating, and she introduced me to this guy called Sadhguru.
Sub Guru.
Do you know about?
Oh, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
you give me a second,
So
because I think I'm one of my friend introduced me to Sub Guru before. Oh yeah, this guy, yeah, Sakuru.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, perfect.
Perfect. Okay, yeah. I
So
listen
she
some of.
introduced me to this guy.
Mhm.
Yeah. Then I was like, all right, so I should try meditating. So there's this app called Sadhguru app only, and there are guided meditations in that. So I started doing those, and within the first 10 days I could see a difference, massive difference in me. All of my anxiety were gone, because just because of 20 minutes of meditation in one single day. And that's when I started meditating. I was like, all right, if this can help me, why not I just include this in my life. And yeah, that's when things got better, and I have much more strength to deal with all the stress and my losses. So that's it, man. This is what I do to cope up with all my anxiety.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, like going through that period, it's like really hard, and I can kind of like empathize like what you're going through. To be honest, because I recently I just feel that like this whole few months or few weeks, I've been feeling like very down. Like because like this whole virus thing that is going on as well. Like I
Hmm.
don't get to meet the friends that I used to hang out with. Like
Yeah.
although like I'm pretty much like a lot of like a stay home kind of guy, but once in a while, I actually will go out and like meet friends and to just have a chat and just converse, that kind of vibes that helps me to re-energize my as being a human being. I don't know what kind of thing that is going on down there, and like getting into a very down zone is really hard to navigate throughout. Like it's hard to like really like know what to do, what are the processes for you to like get through it. And I feel, man,
Yes.
I feel you. I just feel you, and that I just feel that just got to be play. We just got to play out and just be human and just be patient. Play the process out and be honest with ourselves. Like I feel that a lot of times that I'm not being very honest with myself. That's why I feel really upset. Most of the time I feel that
Hmm.
it comes down to like being really honest with myself. Like, do I actually like
Yeah.
this? Do I actually love like doing this whole thing? Like, say for
Yeah.
this whole podcasting, do I actually love this? And that like, do I like dread if like there's like upcoming guest that I need to like talk to? Do I actually dread it? And I'll take the L that like sometimes I do, and I just feel like it's up to me to actually decide. I am in control of like what I want to do and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it's a long thing, like I just feel that people just got to be very thoughtful about it, and I feel that I starting to be very thoughtful about things that I actually do. Like every morning
Yes.
I will wake up and I will like start recording about my honest feelings, like true feelings, like honesty, like voice record it, and then like I hear myself up in like 1.5 speed just to like make the process faster, you know and yeah,
Okay.
just listen to myself. Like I just feel like there's a lot of things, this whole psychology kind of a thing. It's humans are actually very complicated. I just feel that, like humans are
I
really
totally believe
complicated.
that.
Yeah, I just feel that humans
Yeah.
are complicated creatures. You know, I'm talking about like myself. Like, what if you're like talking about your girlfriend, like your ex girlfriend, like holy
Yeah.
shit, there's so many things to it. Like, does she like me or what's not? That kind of stuff that you're going over there just now. And yeah,
Mhm.
it's a complicated kind of a thing. Yeah, humans are, yeah, humans are complicated.
I
Yeah,
also I also loved your idea about, how you record stuff in the morning
yeah,
and listen to it again, so that you realize, okay, this is what I have to do, and you start to imagine things, and you plan your day ahead. That's a crazy idea. I mean, I really love that.
yeah. I think towards that is like a diary, because like I don't think that I can. My handwriting is like pretty shitty, and that if I gonna write it all out, and I actually did some diary and that kind of stuff, and the handwriting is just horrible, and I just can't be able to reflect onto the diary. That's why I did this whole voice thing,
Mhm.
and I think it works. It pretty much works. Yeah, I started it
Okay.
recently. Yeah, and most of the time I think I'm lazy. I'm very lazy. Yeah, I'm a very lazy
That's all right,
person.
man. I think everyone at some point of time is lazy, and it's just that situations make them realize that it's time that you grow up and you have to do things in life. Recently, I would say until last year I wasn't much dedicated towards things, but yeah, last year I started to watch videos like motivational videos on YouTube, and that's where I came up to this thing called writing diaries at night, and
Okay.
prioritizing to, yeah, they used to have a checklist kind of thing where they
Yeah.
used to write
Yeah.
what
I
they
used
have to
to do
do
that.
in the morning. So that's how I started doing it. But again, uh, I don't know where I got stuck, but I did not really continued with that.
Yeah, it's
But
like
yeah, I still do have that diary
you
with
will
me.
feel very lazy to do it, right? Like I felt
Yeah.
very lazy to do it. Like yeah, for the first few days, yeah, let's go, man, like writing down my goals and all that. Then the next few weeks it start to like kind
Yeah.
of die down a little. Yeah, I totally feel you. But like, how when did you started
Yeah.
it, and like how did it end out for you though? Like how like was it like a recent thing or like a last year kind of a thing?
No, no, no. There was a reason behind that because I wanted to, I I I was never financially my family was never financially good.
Right.
I would specifically say, okay, I haven't shared this with anyone, but since we are talking, I think it's time that I share things with you. And my dad is in Delhi police, and regardless of that situation, we if we see ourselves, we are financially stable, but I never got support. Me and my mom never got support from him. So that was the time when I realized that I shouldn't be dependent on my dad anymore, and I should start working. So that's when I thought, I googled how to be a billionaire and habits of billionaires.
I went through
So
that
that's
phase
when
as
I
well.
yeah. So I was like, all right, so let's just do that. And I discovered ki these kind of things happens. And I was like, all right. Can you hold on for a second? Something messed up.
Sure, no
Something messed up.
problem,
I'm
no
so sorry.
problem, man.
So sorry.
It's okay, man.
I'm so sorry. Yeah. So that's where I discovered, that billionaires have billionaires have few habits that they have in their life, that they wake up, they're very disciplined. And that's, that was a thought that drives me, that I should be doing something about my life. And if I am not disciplined, then probably I won't be able to achieve whatever I desire.
Right. So like
Yeah.
you were like getting into the phase of like really got to like rely on yourself to like do the things out, right? Because I feel like
Yeah.
right now like it's a lot of things that you're taking a lot of responsibility, and I feel like it kind of like leads you to the person to actually like take a lot of like responsibility. And like
Hmm.
I think I'm very opposite of you. Like I have like not much of like a responsibility kind of a thing, because I feel that my mom coddles me a lot, and I think
Hmm.
that I got to like do a better job in like taking more of like the responsibility, that kind of stuff. And I'm so bad at like doing chores, like doing this like running of like errands, that kind of stuff. And that's like something, these are the like the few things
Hmm.
that I'm actually talking about like during my reflection, like the voice recording things that I
Hmm.
wake up, I talk about like, oh, I'm so lazy to like do the dishes, like should I help my mom out, and that kind of stuff. And I feel that I got to work on that, and I definitely should take responsibility, like doing chores, like what the hell, like I'm not doing that, like fuck, dude, like fuck, you know. And
Yeah.
yeah, I just feel like it's like a baby steps kind of thing that I need to start to step up my game, like doing the chores, man, like not anything else. Like let's not talk about like me earning like a billion or whatsoever. Let's start with like talking about my
Yeah.
responsibility. And I just feel so much respect for you, bro. Like you having like this whole thing, like I just feel like the main things that I take away from you is like, be take responsibility, take ownership for the things. Like you were like
Hmm.
not afraid to like share your losses, like you went into this bankruptcy mode or whatsoever not, like that's yours. And I don't know how you feel, but I feel that you probably feel very proud about yourself, because those things, it's your actions, and like you take the ownership and you're okay with it and you move on from there. And it's just such a beautiful thing to like actually hear, like you're still
Thank you
mentally
so much,
well.
man.
Yeah, you're still mentally well and all that kind of stuff, and you're ready to roll. And like you were talking about before the virus kind of thing, like you were rolling with
Yeah.
it. And yeah, I love that a lot, man.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I mean, you are the first person to ever appreciate that, this thing happened.
Yeah, I mean like it's like I feel like it's just like a good move, and it's just like a good thing to like do, like taking responsibility. It's, I think that a lot of people are being coddled, and that they do not see that they just take
Mhm.
things for granted. I feel, and I feel that if you are to take more responsibility, you are able to like widen your perspective towards like life, and then you can go on from there. And I can totally
Yeah.
feel it from your side. Like you pretty much learn a lot of stuff, right? Like after like getting into these few things, like going through all this stuff.
Yes, definitely. I totally believe that experiences do change how you think because I would say the most change I have got into me is because of my breakups only. I've only been into three relationships,
Right.
and all of my relationships have taught me a lot, to be honest. And I have also, went through a really bad time with my family, like specifically me and my mom, because I don't know how to explain it to you, but in India, it's like, there's this thing called, I would have a, what's the particular word I would say? I mean, in India, women are still suppressed. That's what I would say.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's why I had to take care of my mom, and that's where I learned that this is not right, and that's not how things work. So like, I have to take responsibility of myself, and I have to take care of my mom. So that's where things started to change in myself, and I've seen really terrible things happening to my mom,
Yeah.
and that made me realize that I have to get her out from this situation no matter what. And that was the time when I learned a lot from my experiences, and I totally agree that experiences do matter, and they do change a lot of things in your life,
Yeah,
for sure.
definitely, definitely. And I just feel that like whenever like you see like your loved ones like suffering so much, like you really want to like step up your game, man. Like me seeing my mom like spending so many years like doing those work that she did not like, and that kind of stuff. It just puts me onto
Hmm.
the mood that I got to do something. But like
Hmm.
I just feel that it's really hard to like maintain as much as I want to do that for my mom. I just feel that the energy does not keep up. Like I feel this like certain energy of like, oh, like this gratefulness that I really want to help my mom, that kind of stuff. And then next uh few weeks later, I went back to the old Jack, like the old autopilot mode,
Yeah.
and just going with things. And that's pretty like upsetting, like it's a very upsetting kind of like a move that I'm making. But I, like as much as that, I don't really want to be so hard on myself, which I am really like talking to myself a lot about, which is
You're.
not being too hard on myself. I think I'm really very hard on myself, and like whenever like the world is already against you, like like outside voices, that kind of stuff, that people like already against you,
Mhm.
and you basically have nowhere to go if you are against yourself as well. And that's why I really want to start with myself, like be okay with myself. And I feel that there's like a inbuilt voice, inside every single people's like brain,
Mhm.
that that's
Mhm.
like always like saying that, hey, you are doing this bad or what's so not. Like I think you can probably relate to that. Like you playing the PUBG, and then you fucked up or what's so not. Like there's like this voice saying,
Yes.
you suck, man, you suck or what's so not. And yeah, I just into that. And I think there's a lot of things to it, and it's just about like you taking control of like your whole brain and
Mhm.
take steps from there. And god damn it, it's a long goddamn process, man. And I'm into that. And started this recently, the voice reflection thing. And I just hope for
Mhm.
all the best, for myself. And I mean, like me sharing to you, and I hope like you also like can kind of like be more conscious about that, and that's why we do this whole podcast thing, having like this conversation to like
Yeah.
actually talk about stuff. And I feel like this is also one of those few steps to actually be very thoughtful about like things that's gonna go on, and I love it. Yeah, I
Mhm.
just love it. Yeah.
Man, you're definitely not too hard on yourself. I would say that because I mean, if you were too hard on yourself, you wouldn't be so self-aware. That's what I think.
Right.
Also, coming back to the point, being hard on yourself, I think when situations hit us and we decide to do something for like that, okay, yes, I'm going to get dedicated towards this job now, and I will make sure that I uh, grind as much as I can, and I will break through every uh, hurdles that come in my life. And we just I think we just invest too much of ourselves into that situation, that the very next day, or the second day or the third day, we start to feel tiring. Instead, if we
Right.
do little like small baby steps, I would say, if we take baby steps instead of taking 10 steps at one time,
Right.
definitely we would be somewhere at a better place.
Yeah.
And you're definitely not too hard on yourself, that is for sure, man.
Yeah. I totally get what
Because
you're saying. Like, yeah.
talking to you makes me realize that you're definitely self-aware, and that's something I really appreciate about you, man.
Oh, cool, man. Cool, man. And yeah, I totally get that. Like, you were like saying like people taking 10 steps and what's not. I just feel like those type of things that is it's gonna burn you out. Like,
Hmm.
you like to me it comes down to patience, and that like if you are like being like taking these 10 steps, it just makes things like feels like you are really wanting to have things fast, and you are just basically impatient, and that will usually like leads your expectation from here, and like it's like expectations is right here, and that you won't get it, like because like it's not how things work, like things won't like actually go that fast unless like you're winning a lottery, which is like I don't know, like it's a very small chance or whatsoever. But like I just like the process, and I'm just like really okay with that. And like I
Hmm.
cut it comes down to a lot of like priorities, like what do you prioritize on. And I feel that like you were like talking about like you searching up on how to become a billionaire, that kind of stuff, which I actually also like kind of like do like yeah. And slowly like as I
Yeah.
times go by back from then until now, I feel like priorities have changed, that I really want to focus a lot on happiness. And props to like Gary Vaynerchuk, who I actually follow a lot on like on the
I
Instagram page.
love Gary Vaynerchuk, man. I love Gary Vaynerchuk, and I happen to see that he follows you. That I was like, oh my god, this is insane.
Right, like yeah, because he's like the guy who actually like makes us like like prioritize the right things. He talks a lot of like
Yeah.
priorities, like people prioritizing money, that kind of stuff, and not focusing on money,
Hmm.
but like
Yeah.
yeah. And I just feel that
Basically, focusing on happiness.
yeah,
Yeah.
we should focus on happiness. That's the punchline, man. And you just got to have like that framework up, and then the actions will kind of like follow. I'm on all into that, man. And I hope that as well, like for everyone else, that they actually go onto that path of like really going for the happiness side. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So like 30 minutes is actually up, and I just want to like hear from you, like any last few things that you kind of really want to like talk about, or like what's so not that things that is like going on your life right now, because
All
you're
right.
trying to get by this whole virus thing, and that you wanting
Mhm.
like the hustle thing that you really want to focus on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
So
Yeah.
definitely, there's this one thing that I really wanted to do. is work on my project. And what I learned from talking to you as well as my experiences is that that you have to prioritize, and you have to have a positive mindset in order to achieve something. And if you don't have that positive mindset, it's going to be really difficult for you to achieve that, because you tend to pick up noises from other from our surroundings. Noises like that you are terrible at this stuff, you're terrible at that stuff. And if you have a proper focus on what you want to achieve, what you desire, I am sure there's nothing that can stop you from achieving. Also, I'm going to work hard on my blogs right now, and I'm super motivated after talking to you. And man, thank you so much for inviting. It's a pleasure
Yeah,
doing
it's a
this
pleasure for me
talk.
as well. Yeah, this is like cool
And
shit.
surprisingly, this is my first podcast ever. So I was
Happy
really
for you, man.
nervous to do it.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
really nervous to do it, but I was also, quite excited that, I really want to do it, and I want to experience what happens, what goes to your mind. And it's it's really like just being honest and self-aware. So that's
yeah,
what I really, enjoyed this whole session. And man, thank you so much for inviting me.
yeah,
And it was a pleasure doing this
yeah.
podcast with you.
Yeah, it's definitely like a pleasure for me as well. And I like your whole setup. I was like talking to you, and I like how like your setup looks like, and it's like looking very professional and that kind of stuff. And I love that.
I'll if you want to take a look at my setup, I'll show it to you. Wait just a second.
Right.
Check this out.
Cool, man. Sick, bro.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, nice, nice,
I
nice.
hope you had a great time. I hope you had a great time.
Yeah, I hope you too. Like it's nice talking to you, and we should hit up each other on the Insta chat more. And yeah, hope to catch you from there,
All
man.
right.
Yeah, I'll catch you soon. Yeah,
Sure, sure.
have a good one. Have a good
All
one.
right, man. All
See
right,
you.
man. You too, man. Nice talking to you. Goodbye.